Hey there, my name is Patrick, and I'm going to show you how to make a parameterized model for MakerWorld by using Fusion 360. So that's a lot of words. Let's explain exactly what that means. If you go in Bamboo in your slicer, and say you had this box and you wanted to change the dimensions of it, the only thing you typically can do is to toy around with the scaling, which is a way for you to stretch your model. Now, any slicer that's even respectable has that. I'm not exactly sure which slicer has their options where, but this is what scaling would look like. Say I wanted to change the size of this box. I could make it longer. I could make it wider. I could make it taller, but as you can see, I'm stretching the model. These parts are very deformed compared to what they used to be, right? These little clips and everything that I've designed to make this model snap fit. I don't know how it's going to react now, but it's going to be weird for sure. But if you wanted to, you could make it possible for people to go on your model and change certain things about it. Not everything, but certain dimensions. And that's what we call parameterized or parameters. So let me show you what that would actually look like. If I went to this model here and I clicked on it, you would see that a parameterized model has this special button called Customize. And if I click on it, instead of just downloading it as normal, right, I could click on Customize, and it will show me that this is a Fusion 360 file, and you don't need Fusion 360 on your PC for this to work. In other words, the people that will download it and customize it, they don't need to have Fusion 360. I've actually tested this. And once you click on Customize, it will load up this simple interface with three types of dimensions that I've let people toy around with, right? It's still generating the model, so it's going to take a few moments, and you will see that it's a little bit off keel, off center, and that's actually something I'm going to show you why. But it doesn't really matter because once you download it, everything will be fine. So now I could, if I wanted to, let's make a quick look. Let's zoom in here. You can see that these parts are as is, as they used to be, right? But we're going to be a little bit extreme here. We're going to make the box 50 by 50 by 50. Let's make a small box cube. I'm going to change the dimensions here. Once I click on generate, it will rethink everything, and it will only change the things I'm letting people change on the model as if they were kind of designing it. And now you can see everything has been modified. It hasn't been stretched out. It's just a legit model. And now I could just download it and go to the type of printer that I have and click on confirm. And I can download either the STLs or the 3MF. Now, 3MF is practical if you happen to have a Bamboo. I'm not sure exactly how other slicers use 3MF files. I'm not really caring about that for today, but you can at least download the STL file, and it will download it as this one big part, right? Which is, even there's two things, it's actually one thing. And that's it. That's all you would need to do. And, for the sake of example, I'm going to download the 3MF. I'm going to put it on my desktop. I have this other example I've already created. I'm going to, rewrite that. And I'm going to go back to Bamboo here. Bamboo Labs, Bamboo Slicer. I'm going to open my example file, and you'll see that it will load properly this little version of it, right? So how do we make that happen? Okay, so let's, first off, as I said, if you're the designer, you'll need Fusion 360. And you'll need to make sure that your parts are separated. If you have multiple parts, that they're separated and like kind of ready to print. Now, on purpose, I'm letting the origin visible here, so you can see that when we were loading the part, it seemed a little bit off center. It's centering on the origin part of where I've created my models. If I would have put the origin more here, or rather if I would have moved all my parts so that the origin would be in the middle, that's how I would be able to center everything. Just wanted to show you that really quickly. So how do we make that happen? Well, what you're going to do is go to parameters, by going to modify, change parameters, and you're going to make sure that the three things that you want people to be, well, in my case, it's three things, but whatever you want people to change, they need to be parameterized, they need to be a parameter, and they need to be set as favorite. Okay, so what exactly is a parameter? Well, it's a way for you to pre-input certain values and give them a kind of a variable. So when you're making a sketch, you don't have to remember the actual numbers. You can remember the name of whatever that was. And if you want to change the value of that later on, you can do that by going back to your parameters and changing the value. So to give you a quick example, if we go to my first sketch, there was this dimension that was box length and box width, right? If I double click on that, it's box width and box length. It's just showing me what the numerical value actually is. But if I go to modify here and change parameters, you can see that box width and box length are actually 70 and 95. And if I change that, it's going to change the entire model as well, because those values were parameterized and they're part of the ecosystem of all the things I've done, right? I have a lot of other parameters. I love parameters, but I'm not favoriting them because I don't want people to toy around with them. All I want them to do is to be able to change the height, the length, and the width. So you make them a favorite by clicking on the star on the left here. You can add a comment just in case you want people to be to make things a little bit clear. I think you actually need to do that. I'm not exactly sure. But one thing I can tell you is that your expressions, the value you put here, needs to be simple. No math, no arithmetic, no functions, no nothing that you're calling to another parameter, right? So for example, sometimes for a box width, I could have said 70 plus 5 for whatever reason. That's not going to fly. You need to make sure that it's just a simple expression. So you go to parameters, favorite the parameters that you want people to be able to modify, put in a comment, keep your expressions simple, click OK, right? And once you're sure about what you're doing, you've separated your parts so they download separately and everything. You're going to go to File, go to Export. You're going to export your model as a Fusion 360 file. In my case, I'm going to export it to my files I'm going to upload to my model. Then you will go to MakerWorld. In my case, I'm going to go here. Now, this is a model I've already published, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when you would actually do what I'm talking about, you know, either at the conception of your page or later down the road when you're editing it. I'm going to delete my parameters here. And what you would do is you would simply upload in all of the files that you have your parametric file, right? When you do this, it's going to go through a validation state. And if there's any kind of issue, like for example, your parameters are wrong or something doesn't work or something doesn't jive, you would see fail, but now that it passed, so we can publish it. This is a private page, by the way, so no one can actually see it. But that's all you needed to do. Now, if I go back to my models, let's jump ahead in time a little bit. Usually this takes a few minutes for them to publish, but we're already done. You can go to customize. Oh, by the way, just in case you're wondering, that number is on the side is not how many credits it will cost you, because it actually costs no credits, at least at the time. At this time, it's just the number of times this feature has been used by people. And this is me just testing various, that's all me, by the way. It's not, this model isn't published. So I'm going to go to customize and we'll see the model as we created it. And that's it. That's all you need to do.